All right. Well, thanks so much for being here. My name is Kathy Reuter, and welcome to Team Forever Strong. Welcome to our very first Coach Basics call for the month. And congratulations on being your own CEO. This is your own business. So, congratulations, and that's really exciting. We're super pumped to have you here. You're joining an incredible team. And tonight, I'm just going to kind of go over some of the most important things that you can do to start to build a successful business for yourself. So I wanted to just start out by just spending a couple of minutes of just, introducing myself for those of you who are listening in who don't know who I am. I've been doing this now for almost 3 years. My 3-year mark is coming up actually June 26th. I can't believe it's been 3 years. It flies by. Before this, I was an elementary school teacher for 8 years, or close to 10 years actually, had my master's degree in special education. And then when I had my firstborn, Landon, I handed in my paperwork and became a stay-at-home mom because that's really all I ever wanted to do. So I have 2 little kids. I have Landon, who's going to be 5 actually next month, and Kirsten, who's 3. And so I'm with them every single day, and this is my full-time career now. So I've been able to really turn this into my full-time career, so I don't have to worry about going back to teaching anymore. So it's funny, when I first heard about this 3 years ago, my husband and I were actually really, really skeptical about this, especially my husband with his MBA in entrepreneurship, and he's owned like 4 or 5 other businesses on the side. Like, he did not believe that this could be a real business. He just thought that basically my chances of having success at this were going to be, as likely as going to a casino and just gambling my money away. So I got into this, and I was in a situation, guys, where I had my back up against the wall, and it was my last hurrah, basically, to be able to do something so I could continue staying home with the kids. So I had been tutoring most nights a week. My husband was running like 4 businesses on the side of his full-time job, and we were sinking fast. When we gave up that teacher income, it was a good amount of income considering I'd been teaching for almost 10 years with a master's degree. So as you can imagine, if you lose one income, no matter how well your significant other does, it's really hard. So we were really struggling. And, when we heard about this at that time, we had completely depleted our entire savings account, living off of one income. I had racked up like $35,000 of credit card debt, and we were sinking by $1,000 every single month. And that was all because we went down to one income, and we were just really stretching ourselves too thin. So I heard about this opportunity, and I didn't have huge goals when I heard about it, and we were really skeptical. And literally all I wanted to do, guys, was I wanted to earn a couple $100 every week to just kind of keep us afloat so that I could keep staying home with the kids, because that was my goal. I never had any intentions of replacing my teacher salary or being debt free or any of these things that you might see and hear me talk about now on social media. It started really, really small. But when I got into this, the best advice that I can give you for the reason why I had so much success, and it's the same thing for any other coach that you might follow in the network as you get going in this, or any other coach on the team, is that I treated it like a business from day one. For me personally, I had no choice. Like, this couldn't be just a little hobby for me. Like, this couldn't be something that I kind of tested the waters for. For me, there was no plan B. This has to happen because it's that important to me that I stayed home with the kids. And so I treated it like a business, and I was with the children every day because that was my time with them. And then I worked on the business at night. And over time, guys, you'll hear everybody talk about this in our Coach Basics. You'll hear about the compound effect, and you'll hear about the slight edge. And it is all about you choosing to do these simple little things that are going to grow your business every single day, that you are probably going to be asking yourself, is this even really helping? Like, I don't see anything happening. But something is happening, and over time it compounds. And I started to see that happen with my business. I went into the Coach Basics back 3 years ago, went through the whole thing from front to back. I took it really seriously. I was on every call. I was just a sponge. And I believed in it, even though I hadn't had any success when I first got started. I believed in what this could do because I was seeing other people around me do it too. And so I thought, why not me? Like, why can't this be me? Why can't this be our family that's changing things? And so slowly over time, it was at the 7 or 8 month mark, what I was earning coaching had matched my teacher salary of when I actually left and handed in my paperwork. And by 1 year in, we were 6-figure earners, and 15 months in, we're able to get rid of all that debt. And now it's just blown up since then, obviously, because if you keep going, things keep growing, you keep having more success. And we just recently sold our house in Massachusetts, and we bought a brand new house down in Florida, like a couple minutes from the beach. It's been on my goal board for literally 3 years since I started. And it just happens like that over time, as long as you don't give up. So I'm really excited for you guys to be here, because this can be anything that you want it to be. If you want this to be a hobby and you just kind of want to dabble and you just want to get your Shakeology covered, it can be that. If you want to have this turn into something more and you want to earn 6 figures with it down the road, it can be that too. Really, what you put into it is what you're going to get out of it. So there's no magic, there's no secret sauce, there's no hidden tricks. It's just slow and steady, and consistency is what wins the race and builds your business over time. So you're joining an awesome team. We're a 10-star diamond team, very rare in the network, a 2-time elite team. Last year we were a top 50 team out of 500,000 teams in the network. So you guys are in good hands. You have some great upline coaches, and we're excited for you to get going. So a couple of things I wanted to kind of touch point on that I want to make sure that you guys have, that we're going to be going over in this training, is you're going to hear us talk a lot about personal development. And that is really key in this business. And so we always recommend, and your coach might have already told you this, that you do personal development for at least 10 minutes a day, whatever you can fit in. And I recommend that you either start with the book called The Compound Effect by Darren Hardy, or The Slight Edge by Jeff Olson. So either one of those books is good, and you should be reading that throughout this entire 3-week training. Definitely make sure you don't skip a day. I think you can get it on Audible, so you can listen in the car if you want, when you're on the way to work or driving the kids around, whatever's convenient for you. Or you can just, if you want to read it in the book, you can just read it in the book. Hi. So definitely make sure that you do the personal development. Is going to be key for this, because you can only, this whole business is all about personal self-growth and helping others. And you can't really help others if you're not helping yourself and focusing on yourself. So make sure that you pick up a copy of one of those personal development books and get started on that ASAP, 10 minutes minimum a day. The next thing that you're going to do is you are going to make sure that you have it nailed down what program you're going to be committed to. And you're going to figure out exactly when you're going to drink your Shakeology, your superfood shake. I know it sounds kind of silly, but there are so many people who just wing it, and then they don't drink their shake, and then a week goes by and they've only had it 2 times, and then a month goes by and they've only had it 5 times, and then they're like, I don't notice a difference. And it's like, well, no kidding, because you aren't drinking it every day. So make sure you have it scheduled in when you're going to drink your shake, what program you're going to do. Make sure you're in a challenge group. If you're not in one and you need one to be plugged into, I have one that's running. So you can just comment below this video or in the chat or in the Coach Basics page, and I can add you to that. And then you need to commit to it, like 150%. No excuses. Like, the best thing that you can do for your business as a brand new coach is get results. That's the best thing that you can do, because people are going to be following you now on social media. They're going to be following your journey, and you're going to be talking about how you're doing this 21-day program, or you're doing this Core de Force kickboxing program, and you're going to be sharing what you're eating, and you're going to be talking about how you feel differently, and just all ups and downs, and you're just going to be upfront and honest with your journey. And nothing speaks louder than when people can actually see that before and after picture when you're done. And it does not need to be with you in a bikini, okay? Whatever you are comfortable in. There are people that just stay in their jeans and a shirt, and they wear the same thing. So make sure that you do your before measurements, you do your before weight, you take a picture and do all that, and then stick with it and do the same exact outfit at the very end of it. And then you're going to share that on social media for people, because when people see that these programs and products work, on someone who they know, they are so much more likely, they're going to want to do it. Like, they are going to want to do it. And I remember when I first started this, I was 35 pounds overweight. I had just had my second baby. And I did not think I was going to be able to lose the weight. I didn't think I had time to work out. I had no motivation to work out. And I just did it anyways. Thank God for the challenge group. It really keeps you on track. And I just committed to it. And over time, like that first round that I did the 21-day fix, I lost like 9 pounds and like almost 9 inches. And when people saw that, that was really relatable. And people wanted to do it because it's not a gimmick. It's not a wrap. It's not a tea. It's not a pill or any quick fix. It's, you know, real nutrition plans with a real workout that you press play from home and they see it happening on a real person. And that is where I started to see the momentum start to pick up with my business. So I'm just telling you, because I don't like to candy coat things for people. I've just seen, you know, you see a lot of people kind of come and go over the years. And I can tell you, it's the people who go through this Coach Basics training and really take it seriously. They're in there. They're reading the posts every day. They're engaging in the posts so we can see that you're actually doing it. They're applying it to their business. They're committed to a workout program, no ifs, ands, or buts, so they can get those results. Those are the people who go on to build successful businesses and create a really good following and build a team over time, versus the person who comes in and kind of checks in occasionally to the group and isn't really doing the workout plan, and they're kind of doing it, but then on the weekends they're really kind of falling off. Then they don't really have real results. So we want you to get results so you can see how awesome you feel, because when you feel awesome, when you're talking on social media, people can feel that energy and that excitement. And it doesn't matter if you make no money with this business or if you're rolling in the dough. If people don't feel your energy and your enthusiasm and your love for this, they will not be attracted to you. That is the key to it, is having that energy and enthusiasm. So just remember that. So now we have talked about those two things. The third thing that I wanted to talk about is, now that you're a brand new coach, if you haven't done this already, you are going to now launch on Facebook or Instagram, whatever you use for social media, that you are going to announce that you are a Beachbody coach. And so if you're one of my personally sponsored coaches, in the email that I send you when you first sign up, I attach my first post that I ever made, kind of coming out of the closet Beachbody post, letting people know that I got started on this new endeavor. I'm a health and fitness coach. I'm looking to lose weight. I'm looking to help you. I'm looking to motivate you and inspire you. And I wrote this whole thing. And so if you want to see that, I can definitely post that in the group. But you want to basically say why you're here and what your intentions are. And you want to make sure you put a nice, bright, clear photo with it. And it could be a picture of you. It could be a picture of you with your family. It could be a picture of you with your animal. It could be a picture of just a really nice motivational quote, something inspiring, and make sure that you have paragraphs in there, like lots of white space, so that it's easy to read. So I will upload mine into the Coach Basics group when this call is over, just so that you can kind of see mine, and you can use it as a template, tweak it and make it your own, but you can just kind of see what I did. Once you do that, once you make that post, people are watching you like a hawk. And they are watching you because they want to see if you are dead serious about this, or if this is just another one of those things that so-and-so is getting in on and she's probably not going to do this for much longer. So this is where consistency comes into play with this, with social media. From that point going forward, your goal is to make 3 posts every single day. And it's so simple, guys. I'm telling you right now, I'm going to give you just a quick little tip on it. You don't have to overthink it. You don't have to, this should not take you a lot of time. 1 post should be something from your health and fitness journey. It could be a meal that you just made, a recipe that you want to cook with a picture of it. Pictures are awesome, so you definitely want to put pictures. Make everything your own. So if you find like a recipe that you love on the internet, don't share it, just kind of upload it and save it and then upload it to Facebook, so it looks like it's coming from you. So you can share either a recipe that you've made, You can, I've seen a lot of people before in the past, like they take out their little 21 Day Fix portion containers and they put them all out next to the plate of food, and they talk about how small the containers were and how they didn't think there was going to be that much food and that they were going to starve, but look at this whole plate. This came out of all these containers, and they give like a recipe. So that way you're adding value. So people are seeing a recipe that you posted, which is really helpful because we're all about adding value. The next thing that you can do is you can post a workout picture. So you can post a picture of you doing your workout. That's really helpful too, because now people are seeing you actually pressing play, and you're in the trenches and you're working on your health and fitness, and they're seeing and they're seeing you focus on your health and fitness. So that's one post right there, is about your health and fitness, either a workout picture, and don't just put up like a workout picture and be like 21 Day Fix done, check. Like, talk about it. You know, if you struggled and it was really hard and you had to modify and you had to take lots of breaks, share that. Like, you want to be relatable. Like, you never want to appear like you're perfect, because that's just not relatable. So the more real and raw and honest you can be and vulnerable, the better. You'll attract more people to you. So share that bit about it, either a recipe or, you know, a workout. So that's one post. The next post that you can do is something from your personal development that you're reading. So if you're supposed to be reading every single day for 10 minutes, and this is a really easy way to get some extra motivation out there for other people, is to, after you read or after you listen to your personal development, pick one thing in there that really stood out to you that you liked, and turn it into a post on social media to inspire other people. Because remember, that's our job. Like, we don't sell things. Our job is to share our journey and to add value every single day. You have to give a lot more before you can take. So every day you need to ask yourself, okay, is this going to help at least just one person? Is this going to add value to just one person? That's all our goal is. And you're not going to get any likes or that many at the beginning. But I'm telling you right now, guys, people are reading every single post that you put up. They are silently stalking you for months and months and months to see if you are consistent, if you are reliable, because they're thinking in their mind, all right, I know I'm going to need help with my health and fitness. Is this person going to be someone I can count on? Or is this person kind of going to be showing up on social media for a day or two, then checking out for 5, right? So you have to just commit to this, and don't even pay attention to how many likes you get and worry about any of that. Trust me, they all of them come around to you in the end over time. Might take 3 months, might take 6 months. I still have people now, guys, coming around almost 3 years later who have never liked a post or have commented on a post. And as a matter of fact, some of my top coaches on this team watched me for over a year, ignored a message I sent to them, and never liked or commented. And all of a sudden they came out of the woodworks because I was consistent with my posts. All right. So that's a second post that you can do. Pick something from your personal development. The third one is just going to be something about your personal life that you have going on, because we want to show people that we have a life and that we're not just Beachbody coaches. So this is a good chance for you to share if you went for a walk with the kids, if you went apple picking with the kids, if you went shopping and you're going on a cruise or something. What dress should I get? Post up a picture, A or B. Should I do this one, or which one do you like? Just to get kind of engagement in there. You want people to be able to see that you're a real person. If you have a family, people should be able to tell that by looking at your wall. If you have a dog, they should be able to know that by looking at your posts. So we want to stay away from making our walls look like, Beachbody billboards, basically, where it's all like Beachbody, 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 beach. That's all she does is Beachbody. It's like, so you want to have that mix in there. So those 3 simple things are really easy to do because you're pressing play every day anyways and following a nutrition plan. So you can pick one of those things, and you're drinking your shake. So you actually got 3 things. If you do decide to post about Shakeology, the best advice I can give you, and I didn't know this at the beginning when I first started, so I kind of seemed a little bit salesy at the beginning. If you're going to post about your Shakeology, always refer to it as your superfood shake, and never hold up like your bag of Shakeology, or like your tumbler cup that says Shakeology so that they can read Shakeology. If you're going to use it in that tumbler cup, turn it around so that they can't see that it says Shakeology on it, or pour it into another glass, and then talk about how great you feel. And you can talk about how there's 70 different superfoods in it. And you can talk about how you felt before you started drinking it and the differences now. We never want to like tell people exactly what it is, because then they know like, oh, she's selling Shakeology. Whereas if you pour it into a glass and they don't know what it is, that's going to intrigue them, and they're more likely now to go to you and ask you for questions about, hey, what's this shake that you're drinking every single day? You know, and you always look so happy and like upbeat, and you're looking awesome. Can you tell me about it? Like, what is it? Then you can talk with them about behind the scenes and private message about that. Oh, it's a superfood shake. It's called Shakeology. It's awesome. And you can talk about what it's doing for you. Anytime anybody comes to you guys with questions, always refer it back to you. Stay away from all the facts and things like that people can just Google online, because at the end of the day, people aren't buying Shakeology. They're not buying the 21-day fix. They're not buying the All Access Pass. They're buying you. You have something that they want. You have something that they want to be a part of. That's what it is. So that's the key to it. So that second post about personal development, that's an easy one, right? And then the third one, just something that you had going on that day in your life, just anything. You can ask a question to drive engagement on your wall, that kind of thing. And this all takes time. You know, I remember, honestly, for me, I was posting, and I wasn't too consistent with 3 posts every single day when I first started. So you do what you can do. I mean, things come up. But there are a couple programs that you can do for free. Like, I have a lot of busy coaches on the team that have full-time jobs who they can't post during the day. And one of them is called, I can type it in the chat here for you, but it's called, wait, where's this thing here? My thing is all messed up. Hold on one second. I don't know why this isn't working. Here we go. All right, so one of them is called Postcron, and the other one is called Hootsuite, like that. There's also, there's one more, I don't know. I've never used it before, so it's okay. Oh, Buffer. There's another one called Buffer. Let me type that one in, Buffer. These are all free. And if you, like, for example, know you're going to have a super busy day and you're not going to be able to get any posts out, what you can do is the night before, or whenever you want, you can actually plan out like 1 or 2 of your posts, or however many you want, really. You can type out exactly what you want to post. You can upload the exact picture to it, and you literally click the time that you want that post to go out, and this program will automatically put that post out for you. So for example, like in the Coach Basics group, if you notice underneath all of them it says Postcron, that's because I've already done all those posts, and then I've uploaded them, and they know to go out every day at a certain time. So you can do that actually on your personal wall too, which is really good to know. So just be consistent with that. Then your first goal that I like to go over, you basically have 2 goals your first month as a coach. So you're in your program, you're feeling awesome, you're in the challenge group, you're getting results, you're sharing on social media, you're adding value, you're feeling awesome because you're like, I can't believe this stuff works. You're in this group, you're learning about the business, you're doing your personal development, and now people are watching you. So we teach you, and we will teach you now how to go behind the scenes and invite people to be a part of like our next upcoming challenge group. So your first goal is to help find 2 people, just 2 people, get started on their health and fitness journey. So if you find those 2 people who want to get started on their health and fitness journey and they sign up as a coach, just a quick tip, and everybody does it a little bit differently. I've personally always signed everybody up as a coach. The reason why is because as a coach, if you love Shakeology and you wanted to get it shipped out the following month, or if you buy anything else further down the line, everything is 25% off. So you never have to sell anything. You don't have to work the business like we are, but it just saves you money and you get it for the discounted price. So I always sign up like my friends and family like that. And I always tell everybody I'm talking to about it, and they are all for saving money, so they want to go in that way. It also helps build up your organization and helps you build up in rank as you go on. And it gets them, like I said, everything for the discount. And I also do it in hopes that they will become hooked and they will love it so much that then they will want to go on to become an active coach on the team too. So I always present that. Otherwise, you can put them in as a customer too. And customers, they don't save any money. It's just full price every month. So going in as a coach saves people about $30 a month on Shakeology. Just a quick tip. So if you signed up 2 people your first 2 months on either Shakeology or for a challenge pack, and a challenge pack is what you guys probably bought, which was the All Access Challenge Pack, you will now become an Emerald Coach. And that is your very first rank in Beachbody. And I'm not going to go into too much detail about it, but there's all different ranks that you're going to learn about in the Coach Basics. Everybody comes in as a coach. We all start at the bottom with nothing, with no one, ground zero. And the first rank that you move up to is Emerald, and then you can go to Ruby, and then you go Diamond, and then it goes like 1-star Diamond all the way up to 15-star Diamond is the highest that you can go. So your first goal is to help 2 people so you can become an Emerald Coach, which is really exciting because this is when, okay, I can do this. I have some people I'm helping. This is awesome. You're doing it with them. They're seeing results. Then they start sending you messages, guys, letting you know like, oh my gosh, like, thank you so much. I feel awesome. Like, I love your inspiration. That's the kind of stuff that keeps you going. And especially during like the harder times, you know? And it feels so good to know that you're being a part of something so rewarding. So that's your first goal, is to help 2 people so you become an Emerald Coach. The next goal now is to just help 1 more person by the end of the month. So 3 people total. If you do that, then you will hit what's called Success Club. So I'm not going to go into too much detail about it, but your goal is minimum. You want to focus on helping 3 people so you hit Success Club, because this is what builds your business. It's actually the only thing that builds your business. Not to mention too, the commission that you earn from those 3 people now has totally covered the cost of your things. So now it's like you have your product and everything you ordered basically for free. Plus now you're helping 3 people get started. So those are your first 2 goals. And like I said, we teach you exactly how to go behind the scenes. I have certain messages that I use that I am more than happy to share with you guys, that I use when I reach out to people to invite them, to ask them if they're looking for help and if they'd like to hear more about our upcoming challenge group. Trust me, I've tried everything that you can think of in almost the 3 years, and I've had a lot of failures and I've fallen flat on my face a bunch of times. And so what I've been doing for like, I don't know, almost 2 years now, what works. And it's simple, and it doesn't assume that anybody needs help, which is good. So you don't have to worry about anybody getting mad at you or anything like that. So I will share those in the Coach Basic group with you. And we really recommend that you do at least 3 to 5 invites, like behind the scenes and private messages to people every single day. So we'll help you with that. So it's the key. That is the key. That, and then the sharing on social media. Okay, I'm trying to make sure I covered everything here. Do you have any questions, Debbie, while I have you on here about anything? No, I can't really hear. Do you want me to unmute you? Let me see. Oh, there we go. Now I can see your face. It was kind of, hold on, I'm going to unmute you here. I don't know what's going on with this thing over here. Okay, can you hear me? Oh, I can't hear you. I don't know if your microphone's working or maybe the volume needs to be turned up. Or you can type it in the chat here. There's a little circle thing at the bottom of the video if you wanted to type it in there. I can answer it there for you. Oh, there we go. Okay, so I have a few people say they've tried many BB workouts in the past. Yeah, that's good, Because honestly, we didn't used to have this all access pass. So when I hear people tell me that they've tried all, like, yeah, I've tried a couple workouts, then I always say, listen, you got to get it. I always say, I'm kind of like blunt with people, but I always tell, listen, you got to get in our next group. It's awesome because you get literally access to every single program ever released by Beachbody. And there's going to be 3 new programs released over the summer, and you're going to be able to have them, access them for free right away as soon as they launch with this for an entire year. So, you might start one program and then get results, and then you're kind of sick of that one, and you don't feel like spending money on another program like you used to have to do in the past. Now you can log on, and there's over 300 different workouts, and that's where I share with them, that's where it's my job to help you find the next one, the next right fit for you. So I kind of approach it that way for them, and let them know that, there's tons of different workouts. They're so much fun. We're doing this one now next as a group. And I talk about it that way with people. Hope that helped a little bit. But explicit invites, is really what it is. So I'm going to share it with you anyways in my group, in the Coach Basic group, what I say. But basically, it's a quick little thing with me being like, hey, girl, how's it going? Hope you had an awesome week, or hope you had an awesome weekend. I'm not sure if you were looking for help at all with your health and fitness, but if you were, our team has this awesome support group kicking off on Monday, and I'm looking for 3 more people to do it with me. Would you be interested in hearing more about it? So much fun. Like, I keep it really simple like that. And I specifically invite them to that. So I can share that with you. And I just send that message like to people that I'm talking to and building relationships with, all the time. So, that's what you have to keep in mind, guys, with this, is that this is all about building relationships. Like this isn't like, you're just sending all these cold invites to people that you don't know, and you're like, why the heck aren't they writing back to me? I mean, you got to take time showing up on social media every single day, taking time, like, going to other people's walls and actually liking and commenting on their things, not coaches, because that's not going to do anything for you. I'm talking about like people who you're looking to help, or people who you want to be a part of your team. Doing that. And then that way, when you're behind the scenes now messaging these people, the first thing they're going to do is they're going to go look at your wall, and they're going to be like, what's this girl up to? And if they don't see anything related to health and fitness or inspiration and motivation or adding value, they're going to be like, oh, she's just trying to sell me something. Like, I can totally tell, So that's why you have to be like an adding value machine on social media every single day. And let me see, how soon after people respond do you follow up with them? Yeah, so I have a process for my follow-ups too, and I will share that also, so you don't have to like keep track of everything I'm saying right now and go crazy trying to scribble it down in your notebook. But basically what I do is, so I sit down to do my work and I do those invites to people, behind the scenes invites. I'm telling you guys, I built this whole thing to 6 figures in 1 year by hauling some serious ass behind the scenes in private messages. It was nothing else. It was not workout videos. It was not a fancy picture collage. It was nothing else but purely me private messaging people and adding people to my network every single day like it was nobody's business. I was in a rush to kind of make this work. I kind of had to prove my husband and other people wrong, and I didn't want to go back to work. So that's all I did. So I would send that first message, and I keep track of it all. So whatever works for you, I have a notebook. I write it all down, the date and who I reached out to and all that. And when I don't hear from them, because just know off the top of your head right now, let's just make this clear, most people will not write back to you after that first message, and you're going to get a ton of no's. So just deal with the no's. No's just mean no, not right now. It just means they're not ready. That's all it means. And the most important thing is that now you've planted the seed, and they know that you're a coach. So when they are ready, they will go to you versus the other coach who's showing up on social media every day, messaging them, sharing their excitement. It's all about, you kind of have to be like selfless in this business as much as you want it to work, obviously, for yourself and your family. You have to realize that it's really not about you, and it's all about them. It's whenever they're ready, they're going to come back to you. Trust me. As long as you remain a friend and you remain genuine and you're authentic and you're adding value, they will come back to you. So I send that first message, and then I wait 24 hours and then I follow up with them again. And I'll just send them a quick message, and I'll share all these with you. So I send them another message. If I still don't hear, I send another message like 24 to 48 hours. If I still don't hear, then I do one last follow-up like 3 days later, which is basically me saying like, oh, sorry, this isn't the right time for you right now. Totally okay. I get it. You got to be ready when you're ready. Would it be okay if I reached out to you next month when our team kicks off our next challenge group? And this isn't for a free group. I don't private message people for free groups. I only private message people for challenge groups, for challenge packs with Shakeology and the All Access Pass. That's the only thing I've ever sold. Well, I used to sell a 21-day fixed challenge pack before the All Access Pass came out. But that's what I do. And then I repeat the same process. So I never take that person off of my follow-up list. Even if I send them like 50 messages, they always respond in the end. And you're truly trying to help them. Like once you feel how awesome like you feel after doing these things, like for me, I mean, I wanted to tell everybody. And if you got near me, I was telling you about this and was saying like, you need to do this because this is awesome and it works. So that's my follow-up procedure. And I'll share that too in the Coach Basics group for you, because the magic happens in the follow-up. So that's the piece that sometimes a lot of coaches forget. They don't do it. They do that initial message and they're like, oh, no one ever wrote back to me. It's like, well, I know. Nobody writes back to me either the first time. You have to follow up. People are busy. They're not like intentionally ignoring you, you know? Let's see. What do you think about having a separate page? I've created one that's all about health and fitness. Yeah, no, I think that's good. I have a business page too. My health and fitness page too. I started mine around the like 8-month mark, but I literally just put the exact same stuff from my personal page onto my health and fitness page. Sometimes I might change up the very first line and ask a question on my health and fitness page, but I don't put like too much thought into it because it takes this pretty extensive training that you need to go through to grow your health and fitness page. So I grew this entire business all off of my personal page. I only had 300 friends when I first became a coach, and now I have, whatever, almost 3,300. And it was because, and we're going to teach you this in this training, how important it is that you add to your network like crazy every single day. Because if you are like me and you're inviting people behind the scenes in private messaging, like 5 to 10 friends, I mean, I was going crazy with my invites. Obviously, I was a little nuts. You're going to blow through your whole warm market really quickly. And then it's going to be like, I have no one else to talk to. But if you're adding 3 to 5 people to your network every day, it is literally impossible to run out of people. And all I do is I go to like one of my friends from high school. I go through their friends list. Anytime that I see that we have like 8 or more mutual friends in common, I always look at the mutual friends, because if I notice a Beachbody coach, I will not even bother sending them a friend request, because don't do that, because that's like that person's territory. Do you know what I mean? But if I don't see any like Beachbody coaches that I recognize, I send them a friend request. And I just do that every day, 3 to 5 people every day, every day, every day. I've also joined different groups. So you can join groups on Facebook of things that you really like to do. So like when I first started, I was in like a running group because I really liked running. I was in a teacher group because I was a teacher before in the past. Stay-at-home mom groups, like nursing groups, things that I liked. And I would just be in that group, and I'd be kind of engaging in the different posts. Sometimes I would make a post in there too about like breastfeeding or whatever, just to, get some engagement, start to get to know some people. And then as time went on, I could send some people in there friend requests. They were sending me friend requests because now we were kind of chatting back and forth through these questions that people would ask in the page. And then they start to just follow your journey. So that's another way too, but you definitely have to be adding to your network like starting yesterday. All right. Is that it? Any other questions? Good to go. All right. So I will just leave you with this one last thing. I like to end with like a quote, and just to let you guys know that this is your own business and it's so exciting and it's awesome. And you have all this training and you're on a top team and you have all these resources, every single little thing you could ever imagine to have success in this business. So whatever does or doesn't happen is all up to you. It's all up to you. You want to run with this thing, you can run with this thing. You want to totally change your life, this is the opportunity that can totally do that for you, and you could love every minute of it. Like, this could be that one thing that lets you have that life that you literally would never think to be possible. Honestly, it sounds cheesy, but it's so true. So I always like reading, I like Zig Ziglar quotes. I don't know if you've ever, read some of his quotes, but he's awesome. And this is the one I like, is the 3 C's of life: choices, chances, and changes. You must make a choice to take a chance, or your life will never change. And I love that, because if you're not happy with where you are right now, and you're not happy with the way things are going, what you're doing isn't working. And trust me, I've lived it, I know. You got to change it up. You have to be willing to do something different if you want to get a different outcome and have different results. So this could be it for you guys. So thanks so much for being on, and welcome to the team. Can't wait to see where this journey takes you guys, and I will put those things up in the Coach Basics group tonight. All right, have a good night. See you later.